We just got our blood work done.
Yeah, we did.
And our doctors asked us, what are we doing to have such great blood work?
Yeah. And you know what we told them?
ProCare!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we told them like, yeah, we take ProCare every day because they have a multivitamin that you can just take one a day.
Yes, exactly. They have a capsule and a chewable form. And not only do they have vitamins, but they also have calcium chews.
Oh my God, they're so good.
They're so delicious. It's like our own little sweet treat for the end of the night.
It really is because they have the dark chocolate and they have the cinnamon roll.
Yes, and I love the salted caramel and the dinner mint.
Alrighty, we'll go to procarenow.com
and use code OSLP at checkout to save some money. You guys ask us all the time, what is our favorite protein powder?
Yeah, literally, we see this question every day.
And the answer is always
Devotion! Yeah. Oh my goodness. I even used it this morning to make my own sweet treat for nighttime because it's just a brownie batter pudding. And you literally just use 1 scoop and then milk or water.
And then I use it every morning in my coffee. It's so delicious. Oh my God. I want one right now thinking of it.
Seriously, it's 20 grams of protein. So go get yours now at devotionnutrition.com.
And use code OSLP to save some money.
Welcome back,
OSLP family.
Welcome.
Almost fucked that up. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh
you are listening to our Sleeve Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And as always, we like to go into a little rant about what we are doing.
Yeah, a little housekeeping. We want everybody to know where we're going to be at so you can hang out with us.
Yes. And our first event is actually in Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Oh my goodness. We are going to be there for the WLSFA convention.
Yes.
And we are going to be hanging out all weekend there from the 10th to the 13th of March.
That's right.
And we're so excited to be there.
We get to do 2 shows.
2 shows. We're still nailing down exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So we will let you guys know all the details.
That's right. Watch the stories and on Instagram. Watch your TikToks. Watch your YouTube because you just don't know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up. And then, of course, we are going to be at the Baridiaries event in Austin, Texas.
Yes, March 26th, guys.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And they're only $35 for the tickets. So come hang out with us because we're going to be with CeCe and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So go to baridiaries.com to get those tickets. They are all linked on our website as well. So go to our sleevelifepodcast.com, go to the live events page, and on the calendar, you can click directly on it and get the link.
That's right. It's really pretty. Kelly made it.
Yes, I did. And then we have another event with Baridiaries that we are going to be in San Diego. Back in San Diego. We're so stoked. Less than a year and we'll have been there twice.
I know. I'm so excited.
We are ready to go back and again have a great show.
Yeah.
We're going to be co-hosting with Miss CeCe herself.
That's right. And that's on April 30th.
It is.
Yes.
And if you want to get even more exclusive content from us, you want to go over to patreon.com/OSLP and you want to pick your tier and join us in all of the fun things that we have going on over there. We have a Zoom call once a month.
You get exclusive episodes of just me and Kel talking about life throughout the week. So you get like the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then we also have the world's best support group ever on there. We refer to them as, it is the winner's bench tier.
Yeah.
But we fondly call them our benchies.
Our benchies.
Yes.
They're so much fun.
We check in all the time. We comment, we respond. We also have our amazing admin, Tanya, on there, and she takes care of the stuff that we don't have time to take care of.
That's right. She's amazing.
She's a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
And then what else do they need to go do?
Absolutely. Right now, if you want to watch this thing, you need to go to YouTube.
Yes.
Again, it's on your phone. It's in the Google app area because they own everything.
Of course.
So click on the YouTube, damn it. Type in our Sleep Life podcast and click subscribe and hit the bell. So that's a free way to help support your girls.
Yes.
So go over there. We have literally season 2 all the way to current that are on there. They drop every Tuesday.
Yes, they do.
So,
and if you want to get them early, also go over to patreon.com.
Yeah, they all are on there.
So they're all there. So speaking of Baridiaries, we actually have Miss CeCe herself on the show today. She's going to explain to us her journey and why she started Baridiaries and all of the events and all of the things about everything.
I'm so excited.
Yes. So welcome on, CeCe.
Holy shit, this is really happening, guys.
Yes, it is.
I am
Yes, it
really
is.
in the OSLP house.
Yeah.
I'm not literally in there, but I'm there.
You're
One
there.
day, one day.
Yeah, you're
So
there
excited.
virtually.
I'm so excited to be here, guys. I
Thanks for
really
being
am. I love
on.
both of y'all.
Thank you. We love you too.
Yes. We are so excited to hear your story.
Yeah, your journey.
And what you went through with having surgery.
And what is your why? Because you know ours. What's yours?
You know, my why is, and I thought of this because I was preparing for my bariatric retreat submission thing, and I thought I was going to do a what's your why, but I didn't. But so I've thought of this, and this has always been my why. But I had breast cancer in 2011.
Okay.
And at the time I weighed like 130 pounds. My hair was down to my waist.
Wow.
Beautiful, natural, curly hair.
Yeah.
My 3 kids were in school. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. You know, I was on the couch and I felt a lump and I went in and they said, oh my God, I had a really aggressive cancer and it was, like the worst you could get. I mean, I don't remember. That was, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, just last October was 10 years. So we're a little over 10 years. And so they did chemo and radiation and all of that. And I remember walking into a restaurant or something, and we all remember those days when we felt our best, right? Our prettiest. We walked in and people would look at us and like, oh shit, I know you're looking at me. Yeah, you are. You know, that feeling. It's like, oh, it's like somebody noticed me. You feel good.
It feels great.
But it was a total opposite. I would walk in somewhere, with my kids or going out to eat or whatever. And I had no body hair. I had either a horrible, cheap plastic wig, or I had a hoodie, those little hat things you wear when it's cold. And people would look and they'd hurry up and turn around. Like, I just remember, that they didn't want to see me see them, and then they would have to acknowledge that I was there, and it was painful for them to see that too. Right.
Yeah.
So my why is I just remember being in bed and having to get white blood cell shots, and being touched was so painful. Like, I can't even tell you how horrible it is. Like, it's the worst thing ever. And those of you who have been in chemo, you understand. And I just remember telling myself, like, if I can get better, I'm not just going to live a mediocre, let's make it through today life.
Okay.
I'm not going to live that life. And so that was at that point on, I always I sought after health and wellness, and I wanted to be better. And I was tired of, being overweight and not overweight, or obesity and, Hashimoto's and autoimmunes. I was tired of being sick in my life. And so that's my why. I wanted to live, and not just live to live, but I wanted to live a life that every day I woke up, I was excited about, and, push to make the things that I wanted a reality,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so when you said that you got diagnosed in 2011, right? So did you lose a bunch of weight with that and then regain, or what?
No, it's honestly a misconception. People on chemo don't gain weight because they pump you with so much steroids. They give you steroids. They put them in your IV, like they pump. And so you're hungry. You eat. I think I gained 20 pounds after all the chemo and radiation.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. You don't lose weight because they kind of put this false hunger inside of you with all these steroids, and it just makes you want to eat. You want to eat, but you can't, but it's hard to eat. But I'm just saying, it kind of levels out that, you absolutely don't.
So how much do you think that you gained total?
My highest weight ever was 211 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm 4'11".
Okay. There we go. I was like, I was like, how tall are you?
Yeah. So 211, you hear that and you're like, that's not even, that's people's goal weight. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, I'm 4'11". So I'm like super short.
Super short. So then when did you have surgery then for,
Yeah. So when that happened, I was with my first husband and he was hugely overweight. And I mean, we both were, you know, I wasn't like overweight, but we struggled in our 20-some-year marriage of obesity. You know, we were just always big. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't get him in that same mindset. And I think there was a struggle there. It's like, I wanted to live and I was not going to settle. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to push and live and do better and be happy. And I just wasn't happy. And so I couldn't get him on board. And so I'm pretty sure that was the start of our downfall, was the trying to be healthy and trying to live better and eat better and, you know, not, you know, eat junk food, you know,
all the time.
Well, yeah. And so, and, you know, I think that was kind of the start of that fucking up, you know, that marriage, I think, and from there. But yeah. And so, what was your question? I'm looking at Kelly's hair. It's like on fire over there. So
I did just get it done. So
I could tell.
More on fire than normal.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. No, I was wondering, like, when did you get your surgery? Like, when were you getting weight loss surgery?
His insurance didn't pay for surgery.
Okay.
So I never was able to get it through his insurance. It was never covered. I remember hearing about it, like lap band course, like years ago.
Yeah.
But his insurance didn't cover it. So it was never really an option. You know, it was always like, oh, I can't do that. So then you just move on to Optavia or whatever the hell, some other diet, you know. So I actually had my surgery in June of last year.
So was your top weight the 211 that you're speaking of then?
Yeah. So my highest weight was 211 pounds.
Okay.
That I remember going to the doctor and then saying,
yeah, because like,
you know, hey,
what I'm understanding from your story is that 2011, you were 130 pounds and you had to do all the chemo treatments. And then 10 years later, now you have to do weight loss surgery. So like, it sounds like the relationship maybe caused the weight gain you're thinking, or?
Yeah. I would like to say I probably had an obesity problem my whole life, but I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I don't. I think in my mind, I had an obesity problem, but it was more of a body dysmorphia.
Okay.
You know, I thought I was so huge, right? Because I mean, I had a hard childhood, right? And so I have like sibling abuse and emotional abuse, physical abuse. I've been sexually abused. And so I think in my mind, I just remember the harsh comments that I got when I was younger.
Okay.
That I was fat, you know, and, you know, CeCe, like double lane highway. I had a huge ass. Even when I was in elementary school, I was like shapely, you know, and just horrible comments. And so I think that stuck with me my whole life. And so I felt like, I had obesity problem my whole life, but I don't think in reality I did. I think it was all in my head. So
I think that everybody told you did, but you really didn't. Right?
Yeah. And somewhere along the way, I believed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, but yeah, I, you know, went up and down. I think that was like the only time. No, that was the first time I got down to like 135. And then one more time in my life, I got down to 138.
Wow.
And so this is the third time. So yeah, I've gone up and down, up and down.
So, and how did you find your surgeon? Like, how did that all come about?
I actually was having some really good sex. Hey, you know what? This is all about transparency, right?
That's right.
And so You can't do a podcast unless you're going to be transparent. But I was having sex. And so I think it was just the position that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, without getting graphic, I was in a bent over position.
Okay.
So I think I got a hernia. I felt like something snapped. I didn't hear it or feel it, but I felt like, oh shit, something just moved,
Mm-hmm.
And so like a week later, my husband's like, we need to go take you to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Like something, because I was having a really hard, like a horrible pain right at my belly button. So I went to the emergency room. Of course, he's, always gone. He's in the military. So I think I went by myself, but I went in and I did. I had a hernia.
Okay.
And they said there's no way to fix your hernia unless we go in and fix it. So he referred me to a surgeon that does that. But this surgeon also did bariatric surgery.
Oh, okay.
So I saw that bariatric on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dr. Jastro in San Angelo, Texas. And so I saw bariatric and then it just clicked all those times in my life that I'd seen the lap band or calling the insurance or, all those years. Cause I'm old, right? Like I'm like 50 years old. So there's been times where I've called or checked in my life. And so when I saw that, I was like, a light went off.
You're like, oh, absolutely. I need to do this. You need to do this.
Yeah. It's like, fuck yeah, because at that time I was already married for the second time and he has TRICARE, which is, I got approved in 24 hours.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They saw my weight. They saw my history, not just the breast cancer, but I have several autoimmunes. And they were like, yeah, we need to get you in there. So
that's rad.
So they did the hernia and the weight loss surgery all in one?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. That is fast.
So I know that your approval was fast, but was there like a 6-month program, a 3-month program before, or how does that work?
Oh yeah. No. We still had to do the whole, not really 3-month thing, but you had to have at least 2 or 3 visits with a nutritionist.
Okay.
You had to have your every month with the doctor to check in on your weight, like they just kind of go over. And then you have a psychiatrist or psychologist or whoever that kind of talks to you. So I still had those.
Nice.
Yeah. But once that was done, that's when they actually submit if you're going to get approved or, to get approval with the insurance after you complete all that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I felt like you had a question.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, I love you. Oh my goodness. So did you have to do that 2-week liquid diet that Kellie had to do or just the 24-hour one?
No, because my weight was like, I think my by the time I got to my surgery date, I was 179.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't have to do a liquid diet. He just put me on like 1 meal a day diet. Like, but I had like protein, fluids, and then I could have like 1 meal a day.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, because I think I heard that they do like a low carb now.
Yeah, it's like a low carb.
That's pretty much lower your carbs, lower your fat. She had me on a low fat, low carb program.
Perfect. Okay. Very, very nice. So how was recovery? Was there everybody supportive around you? You have kids. So like, was everybody on board or how'd that go?
Yeah, well, on my side, because I am first generation Mexican American.
Okay.
And so the reason I talk such good English and talk good is because in my generation, this was, in the 70s, when we would go to school and we tried to talk Spanish, we would get in trouble.
Oh.
We'd get sent to the office. You could not speak Spanish.
Whoa.
Like it was like against the law. You could not, you could not ever speak Spanish. If you did, you go get spanked. You get in the office, you get in trouble. So we just were raised to, hey, you be ashamed. You don't talk Spanish. You talk English. We don't talk Spanish. So that's why my English is so good, because I never got to talk Spanish unless I was like at home. So that's, that's from, second, third grade,
That's crazy that
my
they
whole
did that.
time. Yeah. And so, yeah.
But how are your kids? Were they on board with your surgery?
Yeah. So I was saying that, I'm sorry, I was looking at something else. So when I was my parents, I couldn't speak Spanish, and it was just, so my mom was not okay with it. Very traditional. Didn't even understand it, what I was doing. My sister was okay. She was down with it, but as soon as my date came around, she was like, "You're really not going to do that, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it. My surgery's next week or whatever."
Yeah.
And then she totally doesn't talk to me. She won't talk. She hardly talks to me. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Because there's 5 siblings, and I've been the only fat one in the whole bunch. Like the only one that had a problem. Right. So everybody picked on me, and I was like, "Oh, Sissy's a fat sissy, and Sissy's, and so this is the first time in my life ever that I'm actually smaller than she is."
Oh, so it messes with her.
Yeah. And so
Might be a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah. So I think it's just the first time ever that I'm actually, like, I think she weighs like 147 and I weigh 137. So I'm actually smaller than she is. And she's, "You can lose weight, but you better not get smaller than me."
That's
always
always
get
a
smaller
lie.
than I am. Yeah. And so, but on my side, Doug was, I said, "Hey, I want to have bariatric surgery." He says, "What is that?" And I said, "Well, they're going to remove 80% of my stomach because I have a problem. I've been sick in my whole life, and I have a food addiction. I have, binge eating and emotional eater, and I need help. I need help." And he was like, "Okay, you do what you think you need to do." And he was amazing.
Oh,
absolutely amazing. And he supported me the whole way, never said anything, never. He encouraged me through it. My kids, Michael is all the way in Italy. So, he's, once your kids are bigger and they're out of the house, it's like, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing?" "I'm gonna have surgery next week." "All right, Mom, be careful. I love you." And that's all. That's all you get from them. But Doug was amazing. Doug was absolutely amazing.
How was the recovery after surgery?
It was really good. I thought the doctor lied and didn't do anything. I was like, "You didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything." It wasn't until I felt that restriction for the first time. Because before, like after the hospital, you're just like, you can barely zip, you're just like, it's when that first time that you actually feel that restriction, you're like, "Oh shit, this is real." Like, you know what I mean? It hits you like, "Oh my God, I could only take 3 bites."
Yeah.
You just can't wrap your brain around it. I talk about it all the time on the podcast. Like, I still can't wrap my brain around it. It's like, it's so weird compared to when, you're binge eating or you're eating a shit ton of food, and you can just eat and keep going and keep going and keep. It's just weird to go from that to the total different extreme. You know what I mean? In, a few days time.
Well, yeah, because like thinking about it, like, how when we were bigger, we would like just eat a bunch of food, and you would finally feel that like, "Oh, if I eat one more thing, I'm going to puke or I'm going to like fall over." It's not the same. It's a total different type of restriction. Like I felt like it was like a huge pressure on my chest and then like a knot in my throat. And then sometimes you could feel it like move. It was really fucking weird.
Yeah. I usually felt it right below where my boobs are.
Yeah.
And then it would just get tighter and tighter as it was like
going up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's such a different feeling than when you're full. Like it's nuts. Like I remember feeling the first time, and I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah.
Eric's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "This just feels real weird. Like I don't know what to do, like to think about it, because it's like, oh yeah, there's a part of my stomach weird. Completely gone, and this is what it really feels like to have that gone. Like, it's the first time of realizing, oh, the surgery did work.
It did work.
It did work.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it actually did
it's
happen.
so weird. But I actually, whenever I got to solid foods, Kelly, because you were asking, I did okay. But once I got to solid foods, the feeling I would get was a burning sensation.
Oh,
like a burning. And then I was like, and it's weird. And, and then I would notice that I would eat and I would like throw up.
Oh no.
And it would have stomach acids like after like 20 minutes after I ate or 30 minutes after I ate, and then I would throw up and it would have the acids.
Oh, so you're having like heartburn and like GERD and stuff,
I was having
right?
problems. But I always thought, that it was pretty much my fault. Like I thought, because, we all know the drill, right? You're eating too fast. You're not chewing enough.
Yeah.
You're eating and drinking too close together. You're not waiting 30 minutes. We all go through that whole sanario of like, okay, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
Instantly.
And so I didn't really tell anybody. I told my doctor when I went in, I said, I'm having these problems. And so they prescribed some different, medicine for the acid reflux. And I was like, all right, but it didn't help. Like nothing helps it. And so I'm actually having revision surgery.
That's
I was
right.
gonna say, that's, you got tested and everything, right? What kind of tests did they have to do?
Well, there's really not, the pain of having your food come up like after every meal is like, it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, really. Because you just want to eat and be done. Right. But then you have to sit there and it hurts. You have to throw up and you have to leave the room. And so what I do is eat like one meal a day. And that way, I try to eat like one meal a day, and then I try to drink like a coffee in the morning and so I don't have the issues. But they did an EDG.
Okay. What's that exactly?
So that's just through your mouth, like a scope. They just go down there, look at your esophagus and, all in there. And then I did a swallow test.
Okay.
They make you drink like paint. I swear to God, it looks like white paint. It's that thick. It's so disgusting.
Is that what you had to do recently?
Yeah.
How was that? What does that taste like?
It's just like chalky. It's basically like kind of tastes like chalk flavored antacids.
It's like so thick, like thick.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Disgusting.
Sound good.
It's gross.
Yeah. So I did that. And then they had sent over all my labs and all of my workup to I'm going to do revision surgery with Dr. Joe Cribbins.
Oh, yay.
Very cool.
For those that don't know who he is, like he is amazing freaking surgeon
he is
Dallas.
in Texas. Yes.
So nice. That's Marty's dad.
Yes. Marty's dad.
Yeah. And so, he just put in for approval with TRICARE. So I've been so busy. I can't have surgery till the end of March. Like I can't even do anything right now. So
yeah,
I will have to suffer through it another month because, I want to do it. It's so weird. I still in my mind, I think I failed. Like I feel like I failed because I have to do this. So I keep telling myself, and I have to catch it because I almost said it again. I almost said, this time I'm going to do it right.
Oh,
because I feel like I failed and I didn't. It just, I'm one of the 5%.
Yeah,
it happens.
It actually happens a lot more often than 5% because Dr. Dovek said that there is a very, very high rate of people that get the sleeve surgery and they just, if they had problems before, it just comes back with a vengeance, or they may have never had a problem with acid reflux and it happens to them. So it's just, but she usually said it typically happens to people in their 2 to 3 year mark.
Yeah.
So yours was just very, very soon.
Because yours was last summer, right? So
it was last June. But you don't eat food till like, what is it? Like 1 month, 2 months? Like
it takes 6 weeks. Give or take.
Whole solid, like a full diet.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Yeah. About 6 weeks is when you typically go into regular food.
Yeah. So then you felt it right away is what it sounds like.
No, I felt it when I got on the full diet.
Oh, you're on the full diet. Okay.
And I started actually eating stuff with taste to it, or like, just anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thrown up on a thick strawberry banana shake, you know?
Oh no. So it's that bad. My goodness.
Yeah. And
Dang.
so any little, and sometimes, you know, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, and it sucks because I have to listen to everybody on the podcast and they're like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. And I'm like, I'm not eating today, dude. Really, I just want to eat. I just want to eat because I'm at that stage where it's like I should be eating like a little bit aside.
Oh,
shit,
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm 8 months out and I still can't fucking eat. I'm nowhere near normal eating because of this. You know, I can't even.
So you probably fear eating because you're going to be in pain.
Yeah, I don't absolutely. It's just because you just feel like crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You feel like you just want to throw up and it hurts. It burns. And then it gets in your throat and it burns. And it's not a good feeling.
Oh.
I don't want to feel that. So I drink a lot of Proffies.
A lot of Proffies.
Like I do like those, like one or two a day for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get your protein somehow, but, and you have to eat something, but then you're going to be in pain. So it's like, you have to pick your poison. So,
yeah.
Well then.
So yeah, everything went good other than that.
Other than the pain when you eat every day. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, 8 months out. So, I mean, that's going to be kind of crazy to have a revision done so
soon after the first one.
How do you feel about that? How does Doug feel about that?
You know, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. The thought, I'm hoping that I don't have to do the whole pre-surgery stuff again because that would be like why put me through that again? Like I don't see why I would need it. And then I think it sucks because, you know, I had to do the whole fluid stage again, But honestly, I'm excited because I want to be able to not have pain, like not have that when I eat, because it's hard enough on us, you know, and then to have an issue is just, sucks. And so, hopefully, you know, it's kind of like what Kelly said, you know, like I'm one of those, I never had any symptoms before.
Okay.
Like I didn't even know what indigestion was.
Yeah.
Like Doug gets that or, you know, heartburn or I couldn't even comprehend what that felt like or what that was like.
I didn't know till I was pregnant. I was like, what is this feeling? I don't understand this.
Yeah.
And then even after pregnancy, I never had it. So like, only time I felt it maybe a couple times after surgery, just because of being too full and then like my body not knowing what to do. And I'm like, oh, I can taste it. I can taste something in my mouth. It's gross.
So I'm terrified to have the surgery because I'm kind of like what Kelly was saying. It's like, because I've asked my surgeons and stuff too. It's like usually, like, I mean, they can't give you 100% percentage, right?
Right.
Like, this is absolutely going to heal it because sometimes that does. Having this revision absolutely heals it, but sometimes it doesn't. It's still there. Like you're fucked, you know? And so there's just no way of knowing. They did offer me another procedure. I don't remember what it was called. Dr. Cribben said it was on our live the other day, but on our Zoom call, but they put this round clip, like a round thing inside of you into your esophagus down there. But I told the lady, I was like, I don't want a diaphragm for my throat. You know? It's like you're gonna put a diaphragm here. It's what it looked like. It was like weird. So I can do that, but I don't think I want to live with that inside of my body because that's just, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I would much rather just get the revision and pray it works.
Yeah, I think it will. I think you got to be positive about it, you know, because like we hear a lot of success stories, but people, when they get the revision, then it's 10 times better.
Yes.
So you have something definitely to look forward to, my friend.
Yeah, Zach actually has a friend that had the sleeve surgery in Mexico. Not that really matters, but she came back and immediately had heartburn like crazy. It never stopped. And then she had a revision to bypass last year and she woke up and had no heartburn, no nothing from it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird. It just happens. I mean, you know. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah. I mean, and so for the weight I lost, so if you were going to ask how much I weigh now, so I've lost 40 pounds. So I was 179 and now I'm like 139. I was 137 the other day. So I don't know, 137. So I've lost 40 good pounds.
That's great.
Awesome.
Which isn't a lot compared to, I would love a Wonderland, but I would weigh, 30 pounds. So I can't.
No, you're already in Wonderland though. So like, that's the deal. Because that's really what that term means is like, finally all of us like bigger people got finally down underneath those 200s, man. But yeah, I mean, with the revision, I wonder have they talked to you about weight loss? Like what they expect? Because you are tiny right now. At least I feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel, Dr. Cribbins had said that I could weigh 95 pounds and that would be okay. Yeah. So 95 pounds is a, pretty par, it's a good weight because I'm so short.
Yeah.
But I haven't been 95 pounds since I was in 5th grade probably. So I don't want to weigh 95 pounds.
Right.
So I'll probably lose a little more, but, my doctors thought if I get down to like 135, like 128. If I got down, because Dr. Cribbins did the math. So if I got down to like 128, that would be like my lowest, because at that point I just have like 15 pounds of skin, right? Like,
right.
And so I shouldn't get any smaller than like 128.
Okay.
I'll have, most of that's our skin. And it's a shame because we all kind of want to be smaller and like, oh, when do we get this number? But in reality, if we think about all the skin that we carry.
Your skin, your organs, the water in your body, like it does take up some space. Like it has to be there. It does. It really does. My goodness.
So I lost 40 pounds.
So what's inspired you to do the podcast, to create this?
Well, just being pre-op, I think, when I was pre-op, I just remember, and I'm sure everybody does this, but I combed the web, dude. Like I looked on YouTube, every bariatric diary I can get my hands on, and not just anybody's. I mean, I would listen to everybody's, but I wanted to find somebody who was 5 foot tall. I would search bariatric 5 foot tall, because I wanted to see what their stats were, right, and what they were when they started and what they were when they, got to their maintenance weight. And so, especially if I found somebody that was right around my weight, it was so exciting because it just looking for that hope, right?
Yeah.
And just looking for those numbers and like, oh yes, so that could be me, And so and I combed over TikTok and combed over podcasts and trying to find anything, and so that's pretty much how Baridiaries started was, I just remember that feeling. And I think it's just a niche that, it's something out there that we all want.
Yeah.
Is pre-op and early post-op, or even really in our whole journey. And so that's where it came from. Was they all give that to the next person.
Were you able to find many people with your stature, or no?
Yeah. I mean, there was like maybe 10.
Okay.
There's I'm sure I found them. I found y'all. I was trying to think earlier, like where I found y'all. I found y'all on Audible.
Oh, really?
Audible. Okay.
All right. Go Amazon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so I remember I was reading a book. It was, she has such a pretty face. It's something about pretty face. And she was like 500 or 600 pounds or whatever. And she had bariatric surgery and she had lost all of her weight and had plastics and was just beautiful. And then, it was just her journey. And so I was listening to that book. And then I thought I saw a podcast on there.
Ooh.
And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to click that. And I would search bariatric. Yeah. And I found you on Audible.
Oh,
wow.
I always like hearing where people find us because it's so different. It's so different.
It's very different for every person that talks to us.
Yeah.
Of how they found us.
So you basically just wanted to give back and find and have other people see your story and then everybody else's story. So that way they can feel comfortable. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Just to have that to, offer bariatric people. And I think it's interesting how every episode is, because everybody's journey is different, and everybody's got this amazing story and it's in this way off direction compared to the last week. And so I love it. I love, it kind of seems like every episode you make a best friend. And
right.
I love that.
Definitely.
I noticed with this community, we're very open. Like everybody wants to be like as honest as possible about it. And so when you find someone else that wants to do that, it's so much fun because now everybody can hear like, hey, there's good days and bad days. Like even today was a pretty good day. Like I was able to get up early, got my tea, got my water, got my protein in right away. Now my lunch is a little lacking, not going to lie. But I can always make it up for dinner though. So, but it happens. Like no one's perfect on this journey.
No, not at all.
So,
nope. I'm definitely not a perfection candidate right here.
No,
there's no perfection here.
That's okay.
None. And I'm totally fine with it. I'm not perfect and I don't expect anybody to be perfect, especially myself. So, yeah. Well, and like our slogan says, everybody's different. Every journey's different. So just be you.
Yeah.
Because there is no sense in trying to imitate or copy anybody else's journey or anything because you want to just be you. Like that's the most interesting part of you is being you.
Right. And it's hard enough. Like we're trying to get our protein and our water in. We're trying to work out, get some movement and then be social and have family and friends. It's like, it's so much harder when you can't be yourself. Like that anxiety. It's like, I had that anxiety about food. I don't want that about just living.
No.
Like that is so much harder.
No, thank you.
Like I feel like it's more work to be fake than it is to just be yourself. So it's like just.
Yeah, no, I cuss a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have noticed. I do. I cuss a lot. And, Doug was saying, baby, you swear a lot. And I was like, well, yeah. And you know what? I mean, to do a podcast and put yourself out there, if you're not transparent and be who you really are, then it's not going to last because you can't carry that persona on for very long.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to get hard to be that fake person. And so, you just got to be who you are. And I'm older. I'm honest about it. I have lived a great story, and I'm just going to be me and, be who I am. And that's all we could do. I think y'all are amazing.
Oh, thank
y'all.
you. So what about your NSVs? What was your first couple non-scale victories that you noticed?
Well, my biggest, I wasn't like that big.
Right.
My BMI was like 30, almost 36.
Okay.
It's like 35.8 or something like that. So, I didn't really like have any that I can't fit into something because I could fit everywhere.
Right.
But for me, it was just the comfortability in my body. I think losing the weight got rid of a lot of the inflammation in my joints.
Okay.
With my Hashimoto's and all my autoimmunes. I think that it kind of just took away all that inflammation. And so I felt better in my joints.
Oh, that's
my
great.
body felt better. And I felt like I could move more, you know what I mean? That feeling that you get when you lose weight. I did have that. But my biggest NSV is it's so stupid. Don't tell anybody. But it's I just always wanted to be like, have Doug on a beach standing there. And then I run up and then I jump in his arms. My arms go around his shoulders and he's like holding me in the air, or like the Dirty Dancing, that scene where she runs into his arms and she does like the airplane and she's like, he grabs her and holds her up like that. Like I've always, that's mine.
Did you get to do that?
No, I've not done that yet.
Okay.
No. Oh, so it's on the list.
It's on the list.
That's on the list.
Got it.
I'm scared of heights. Doug's 6'2", so that's really high up there. But but more than that, I think in my whole life, I've never felt worthy, or I've always felt self-conscious. Like, oh, I'm too big. I'm going to hurt you, or you can't. Like, so I never, ever have ever let anybody pick me up because I just felt like I would hurt him, or, you know, I couldn't do it or whatever. So,
well, let Doug do this, because we got to see that man. And if he's 6'2" in the military, he can pick your ass up. You're only 138 pounds. Like, he probably can bench press that. Like, that doesn't seem like a problem for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to see a video of you running and him picking you up. It'd be great.
Yeah, I know he could definitely do it, but it's weird because it's all up here, you know, it's all in our head.
It really is.
It's just,
Well, and Kel, did you feel like the same way when like you lost a lot of the weight? Did like your joints feel better? Did you feel like the inflammation was a lot better?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, automatically.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked about it a lot where I woke up and I could walk.
Right.
And I could move around. And then as the weight comes off, it just gets better. Every time. Every day. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you two can like finally get to move around without being in pain all the time.
Well, I mean, pain still happens, but
that's why I said all the time.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's very different. Because do you have flare-up days too?
No, I've had, of course, the breast cancer, Hashimoto's. I had the obstructive sleep apnea.
Okay.
Where I just snored really, really, really terrifyingly loud. And I have celiac disease.
Okay.
That is also an autoimmune. I don't know if y'all know that. And then, you know, I'm just lactose intolerant.
I love it.
I can't remember. There's one more. I had the fatty liver thing.
Oh, okay.
My liver was really bad. Trying to remember. I don't know. I'm sure there's one. I have 3 autoimmunes. I can't remember.
Do you still have to use a CPAP, or is that done with?
No, I never used that. No, never did it.
Oh, you never did it. Should
no,
you have,
actually,
though?
when I went in to get approved for my bariatric surgery, they didn't even make me go test anything.
Oh, you didn't touch your sleep. I did.
Weird.
They just saw all my autoimmunes on my paperwork and my history, and they just approved me.
They're like,
just on that.
Don't need to do it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because that was I'm thinking back about that. Like, that was really weird. Sleeping on my back with that thing on you, and then like it wrapped around your chest. Like, we need to talk about that more, actually.
Yeah.
We need to do a sleep, like just a whole episode about sleep, because like I remember that feeling, and that sucked. Like, I was like, babe, I think I'm going to fail this test. And he's like,
you can't fail it.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't sleep like this. Like, I feel like they're going to be like, why is she up all the time? Like, because normally I sleep really well, but I have to sleep on my chest with one leg up, one leg straight.
Wow.
Like, this feels so weird. But I had to do it for like 2 nights.
Yeah, I think it was 2 nights. It was, not a fun experience. Yeah. No, not at all.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you go. You don't have to do that one, at least.
Yeah.
So the
tour,
we're going to be on the tour with you. So you got this Bariatrics started, and now you want to go tour. So how did that even happen?
Well, I am mostly, and you know, I mean, I pretty much focus on events. I've always done events for like 20 some years since my kids were little. Like, I've always done events. You know, whether it was for breast cancer fundraising or neighborhood fall festivals or, you know, just anything, you know, I've even done sports arena, mixed martial arts. You know, I was an MMA promoter.
Nice.
So I've done huge sports events, you know, and so that's my love, is to put on events. I love putting on events. And so, you know, when I had the Baridiaries, I thought, man, I love that. But, you know, that's going to be my platform for putting on the events for these people and building this community, I think is important.
That's really cool.
That's why. But that's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
I just kind of use what I got, and that's what I'm good at, is putting on events.
That's great.
How'd you pick the cities?
Austin, because, you know, I mean, I've lived in Austin since 2005.
Okay.
Except now I'm in St. Angelo in the boonies, but, and then, Dallas, I just was originally picking the cities that, we're the biggest cities in Texas. And so Dallas is like 4.5 hours from Austin. And so I thought I'll do Dallas.
Yeah.
Tacoma, San Diego. I picked San Diego because I knew I was on the hunt for a doctor that was in Mexico.
Okay.
So I knew it was going to be San Diego and that doctor would take care of that. So I already planned that one. And then I'm trying to think how I thought of Tacoma. Oh, I thought of Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
I've always wanted I've never been to Seattle and I thought I want to do one in Seattle. Shit, it's my show. I can fucking do where I want.
That's
right. So I was like, I'm going to do one in Seattle. But it turns out April and Natalie live on either end of, Natalie lives in Seattle, but April lives in Tacoma. And so I was going to do Seattle. And so we were just kind of picking where to put it. And we just ended up Tacoma.
That's awesome. The Northwest is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I've never been to Tacoma, Washington either. So I'm super excited.
I don't think I've been to Tacoma. I've been to Seattle, but not Tacoma.
I've never been to Seattle. I want to go to the coffee place. I know it's so stupid. I want to go to Starbucks factory, not the one in town because they say you can't get in, but I want to go to the factory one.
Oh,
the factory.
We've never even done that.
No, we've not.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we're up that way, we should stop because like you love fucking coffee.
I do love coffee.
Yeah. I mean, I'm using a Starbucks cup right now.
But it's for water.
It is for water. But still, Starbucks, my friend.
Yes. Starbucks is always a good idea. There's never a bad time for Starbucks. So then what is the, can you explain to us what the big giveaway for all the events is?
And how to enter.
Yes.
Yes. So after much deliberation, we've come up with giving away Dr. Carmina Cardenas. Is giving away. We're giving away your chance to qualify. Right. So you still have to qualify for the surgery. So a royal lower body lift, which is 8 surgeries in one.
Wow.
That's so much.
Yeah. That's so incredible. Cool.
So I'm trying to think. I'm going to pull up my phone and look. I'm going to tell you what the 8 surgeries are because we talked about this before, and I never know. I'm like offhand. And then also Dr. Moreno is giving. We're doing a bariatric surgery.
That's pretty cool. You get to do you guys, all you have to do is literally buy a ticket,
virtual or in person.
Yeah. And then you get entered in to win either a skin removal surgery or a bariatric surgery.
Yes. So all of your pre-oppers out there, get your ticket because you could win a free surgery.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? And so when you buy your ticket, I put a questionnaire there. So you can put on there which surgery that you would want to win.
Okay.
This one, the royal body lift, the bariatric surgery, both or none. You can pick what you want. And then, and I also put on there if you're exploring or if you're pre-op, post-op, maintaining, or neither, to put that so we can kind of feel like who's coming to these events, because we're also going to have an event in the fall time. And so, yes, there's going to be a bit in the fall. And so, for that event also, I would like to give away surgeries again. So I kind of, trying to get a feel for who our attendees are. Is
for
what
sure.
That's for.
Did you find all the surgeries, what they all are?
Oh, yes. I'm looking. I'm not very savvy like y'all are, Kelly.
No, you're fine. You're doing totally fine.
So it is a royal lower body lift, and it includes a 360 excess skin resection.
Oh,
right. So you get that really all around tummy tuck. You get muscle repair. You get liposuction, waist and love handles, liposuction, that is.
Oh.
Yeah. You get a outer thigh lift.
Oh, I didn't think about that part.
They pick it up. She picks you up all the way around.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you get a buttocks lift. And then you get a fat transfer to buttocks and hips a BBL.
Okay.
So you're also getting, what does the BBL stand for?
Brazilian butt lift.
Boom.
Boom.
There you go. There you go. And then you get a, okay, I can't even say that. I'm going to try to spell it. You get a oleogeous flap buttock augmentation.
Okay.
So she's actually going to give you an ass. She's going to use that fat and she's going to actually give you like an ass.
A booty. She's going to sculpt you a booty out of your fat.
Yeah. I'm
Very
sure
cool.
I totally butchered how to say that. And then that's not all, ladies. You get a pubic lift
That's what Kel wants.
and reduction.
Ooh.
Wow.
So she not only picks it up, she gets rid of the excess. She brings it all up. So you get all of those surgeries in one. And because the reason I did that was because I wanted to do, my original thing was to give a surgery for every event. Right. But in the end, it was like a tummy tuck, an arms, but nobody's really getting like the whole package.
Yeah.
And like, what if I did your arms and then the rest of you need, and then you're stuck with arms and then you know what I mean? You never get to have another surgery.
Or if you don't even want arms done.
Yeah.
Then it just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, nobody who's ever, I don't want to say never, but usually most of us who've had bariatric surgery, like we need more than just a basic tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so this surgery is going to take care of your whole lower half. Like, boom.
It sounds like it's going to be beautiful. Cool. Beautiful.
The only thing you don't get with this is the inner thigh lift.
Okay.
Because that is done separately because I've heard it's painful and it's more detailed or something. I don't know, but that's the only part of the lower section that you're not getting. Unless you got cankles or something, that's not included either. It's only the 8 surgeries, It's only those 8 surgeries.
And that's going to feel hard enough. Like, sounds like you're going to need some support because we talked to someone that had a lot around the whole waist all the way around.
Yes, it was a 360.
And they said it was like
very painful.
Very painful. Very painful. And they got it done in Nashville. So like, it's doesn't matter where you go. If you're in a 360, it's going to be painful.
It's going to be painful. So you definitely need support. You need to make sure that you have all the things lined up.
Yep.
And yeah, you got to be ready to recover. Because you are going to definitely need it with all of that work.
Right. But you're going to be thankful after because she loves what her body is. She wouldn't take it, regret it. She would never take it back. But she said that she just wished people were more honest about like how painful really plastic surgery is.
It hurts. I've had plastic surgery. It hurts. It doesn't, it is something that is like an extra, like you just kind of do it to yourself. So it's not like it's like mandatory. You got to get your tonsils out or something. This is something we do to our own bodies. And so it does hurt. I've had so many surgeries on my breasts and they really hurt, but was it worth it? Yeah, because I would have no tits right here. Like I would have nothing. And so, it is absolutely worth it so if this is a procedure that you want, and you want to go and you want to try to win this, by gosh, get your ticket. If you buy your ticket and you don't show up, that's going to suck. But
we don't get to see you.
Get a chance to win.
Yes.
You still have your chance to win.
When is
or buy it virtual.
Yes. When is the giveaway winner announced?
So I'm going to go. I'm actually leaving for TJ Mexico on March the 2nd. And we're going to do a live Instagram / I'll record it for podcast feed with her and her and Dr. Moreno. And then I'm going to go back in May. So right after the San Diego one, like after the retreat, I'm going to go back. Yeah, I'm trying to think, when should we announce it? I haven't really thought of that yet. What do y'all think we should do?
Well, isn't the last event in San Diego?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say announce it at the San Diego event at the end because
that would be cool too, because the doctor will be there.
Yeah.
The other doctor will be there. That would be a cool thing.
Well, you already know who's bought all the tickets and all the things. So you can definitely just do it there and record it. And that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be good. I was thinking that, or go back and maybe do it after the retreat so we can go to the retreat and, have that extra. I mean, you know what I mean? Just like and then maybe do a live there or something. And
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be
a lot of people there.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people there.
Either way, I think it'll be great.
Yes. That winner is going to be so excited.
Yes.
So.
I'm so excited. I'm actually going to also get.
You're going to get some work done?
A royal lower body lift.
Oh, you are?
That's
exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
So
good for you.
I mean, look at you. You're going to get the revision done and you're going to get the royal body lift.
Yeah, no, I need it because when I had my breast cancer, I tried to be natural. And so they gave me fat grafting.
Okay.
And to give me breast, right? So they put a bunch, but they took it from my hips. They took it from my upper thigh in the back, and they just took it from all of these places. And so when you get liposuction and then you lose weight, it kind of craters and causes dimpling and ripples, and it's just not very appealing at all. It just kind of ruins your body. I didn't know that at the time because I was so excited because fat grafting was like a new thing. I mean, I don't know if it was, but it was in 2011 or 2012 after all my chemos and stuff. And so I was super excited and I did it. And so I just have a lot of my boobs aren't going to work because they're fake.
Yeah. I was going to say you eventually got fake boobs, right?
Yeah, so these aren't mine. They're I'm so thankful for them because I wouldn't have any. But so I just think back there, I just need some work, and so
that's really cool. And then she's gonna do it too, right?
Yeah, and so that's how we kind of thought of this because we were kind of bouncing around all these other ideas, and I was like, you know what? If I can do it for me, then I think I could give this to somebody else. This would be because it's something I would do to myself.
Yeah.
And so I would definitely give this to somebody else.
Well, this is really cool.
Very cool.
All right. Well, do you have any questions for CeCe before we go?
I do not. I think we pretty much covered everything.
All righty.
We haven't covered sex, so you haven't.
Oh, we didn't. Sex. Oh my God. How did I miss
I heard
that?
your last one with the Twisted Sisters. And you said, what about sex? Kelly's like, no.
I'm fine with it. You do you.
Well, and those two dodged my questions, Michelle and Patty. My goodness. I love you girls, though. Yeah. I wasn't sure, too, with all because you are at a lower weight. Did anything really change for you in the bedroom department?
Body-wise, I mean, he's noticed that I've lost weight this time because I lost it so fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's, I mean, I had gotten down 30 pounds down, like not even 2 months out of surgery. Like it dropped so fast. And then I've slowly been losing like 5 pounds a month, slowly, little by little. But no, I don't think body wise, I mean, I the movement is still there for me. I don't think that's really gotten that much better or anything. But I think for me, the whole body dysmorphia has definitely been a complete turnaround because like if you heard my podcast episode with Doug, we giggle because when we first met, I used to tell him I couldn't sleep with any lights. I can't sleep. I'll have insomnia. No, like not even the red light on the VCR or whatever. We don't have VCRs, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like anything digital. Like
yes.
I couldn't handle any red light because I didn't want him to see me.
I
didn't want him to see me while we were making love or anything because I had a hard time,
Right.
And so so that's definitely shifted, and so I can do it in the daytime now, or the night lights on, or the bathroom lights on, and
nice.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird feeling, but now it's like, go, you just do what you're doing. And it's like, it's a different feeling. So that has definitely, I think that in our mindset, that change means the world to
Do you think you
all
guys
of
are
us,
closer after surgery?
No, I mean, it's not that we're closer. I think for him, it's always been the same.
Okay.
Like nothing ever changed for him. So I don't think in his mind, everything could get better. I think for me, sexual wise, yeah, I think it's a total different experience for me because now my brain's actually there.
Oh, that's great.
Before it's just your body, but your brain's not there. And then whenever you can have that relationship where it's your body and your brain, in that moment, I think that's what makes that connection so much stronger.
Yeah, I would agree because I wasn't extreme with the whole like the light thing. I would maybe have like a little bit of a light. I actually do like a little bit of a dim, but it's where I can do it with complete light on. And I used to not be able to do that. Or I wouldn't open my eyes a lot because I didn't want to see what I look like while while we're doing things. And like, he's like, no, you need to see what I see. Like, you're beautiful. And I was just like, no. But now like I will. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, this is pretty cool. And like that connection that you're talking about with the mind and body, like that didn't happen for me until like a year out. When I was finally like more comfortable with my body and then like being intimate with him, like I think your spouse definitely helps with this part of it because if they encourage it and then they talk about it a lot, then you can feel way more comfortable with yourself. And then you can have more fun, weird. Like you get to have a lot more fun.
I can do it on the couch in the middle of the afternoon. And I could have never done that before. Like, so it's so weird, it's kind of like I have a whole new husband.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing things that we never did before. And it wasn't anything it was his decision. It was all mine, that kind of holding back. But yeah, it's so exciting. It's exciting.
Well, good. Because that's good. That's the best part is being able to be intimate and have fun and not worry and stress about what they're thinking or what my body's like. That's just an anxiety no one needs. My good.
Why did you put quotation marks around intimate?
Intimate.
Yeah.
Intimate.
I'm just saying, like, intimate's a word. It doesn't need a quotation mark.
It does. Because that means it's more than just the word. You're like doing stuff.
Oh my God.
I got you. She's like,
we're in it. 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! All right, Mel.
Kellie's
whatever
done with
you
my
say.
Sex talk. That's what she's done with.
No, I'm done with your quotations.
I love it. Well, CeCe, thank you so much for coming on and being part of the podcast. It's been a blast. I'm so excited that we get to go on tour with you. These next few months are going to be so much fun.
That's the best part, guys. I love y'all so much.
I love you too.
Absolutely. I think, I want to just live in Oregon and be your next door neighbor.
You hang out with us all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, I am fangirling too. Is that what they say? Fangirling?
Yeah.
I'm fangirling too, so I love y'all so much. And so I'm so thankful to sit and chat with y'all and blessed that I get to call you my friend and I get to do these things with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
With both of you.
Yes. We're very excited. So everybody go over to baridiaries.com and get your tickets, whether it's to Tacoma, San Diego, Austin, or Dallas. And also head over to any podcast platforms and download Bari Diaries and give it a listen.
That's right.
And don't forget to go over to patreon.com/OSLP to help support your girls. If you want a freeway, what do they do?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube because then you get to see us and our pretty faces while we talk.
Exactly.
And all the quotation marks you will see in real time. So
definitely fire red hair.
Right. Yeah. You get the fiery hair, you get the quotes, you get the sign, you get CeCe.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, just hit subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll be notified every time something new drops because something drops all the time.
Yep. So, every week.
All
right. We love you guys and we will see you
next time. Bye.
Bye.